Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Zulaika binti Zulkarnain and my matrix number is H20A1819 and I'm going to present an abstract. The purpose of case study assignment is to reveal the interconnection among accounting, studies, concept and real practice. The case study assignment is designed with inside the essay layout to show the evaluation and opinions of the case that we look at. It will discover that the case study research is essential to have an effect on expert accounting practice in society. The assignment presents the scope that connect the case with worldwide obstacle in expert terms. Further, the essay will ensure that the remarks it presents can be beneficial in connecting the accounting concept and practice with appreciate to case look at. The key phrases with inside the assignment are accounting concept and accounting with giving specific review. Thank you.
Introduction. Accounting is the important thing because we need accounting information in everyday life of business. In accounting, we have a bookkeeping. Four elements in the financial statement are asset, liabilities, equities, income, and expenses. In asset, form of asset are monetary asset and non-monetary asset, or physical asset which is in fixed asset and short-term asset. Liabilities consist of note payable, account payable, and others liabilities which is in long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. Next, to find out the owner's equity is equivalent assets minus liabilities. To find out the income is when revenue or sale exceeds expenses. And the last is expenses. It is outflow of cash or other asset in the process of the earning of revenue. General journal and specialized journal. For journal, the amount on the credit side must be equal to the amount on the debit. As example, if the debit side 16,000, so the credit side must have the same amount. For specialized journal, we have 5 different types of transaction. The main special journal is sales journal, sales return journal, purchases journal, purchases return journal, cash receipt journal, and cash payment journal.
From journal to ledger, recording business transaction. Every time we record a transaction, we will debit one account and credit to another account. All accounts are grouped under the 5 headings: assets, liability, revenue, assessment. For every transaction, the company will be affected in 2 ways. First, an increase in asset and increase in liabilities. Second, a decrease in asset and a decrease in liabilities. Third, an increase in revenue and increase in asset. Lastly, an increase in expenses and a decrease in asset. The role of double entry state. Asset, when asset up, debit the asset account. When the asset down, credit the asset account. Capital, when the capital up, credit the capital account. When capital down, debit the capital. Liability, when liability up, credit the liability account. When the liability down, debit the liability account. Revenue, when revenue up, credit the revenue account. When the revenue down, debit the revenue account. Expenses, when expenses up, debit the expenses account. When the expenses down, credit the expenses account. Applying the rules of double entry. Step 1. Analyzing the nature of transaction. 2. Deciding the account to be used. And 3. Recording the debit and credit entries. Balancing the accounts. At the end of the month, the accounts are total and the balance are carried down CD to the next periods. Note the use of CD and BD brought down below. Also use balance CF carry forward for the balance CD and balance BF brought forward for balance BD. Trial balance. At the end of the period, a trial balance is extracted from the ledger account balance to check the accuracy of entries. A trial balance is a listing of all the balance in the account in the ledger. They have 4 error mistakes in the ledger. First, error of omission. Second, error of commission. third, error of principle, and lastly 4, compounding error.
Okay, next is trial balance. This is a trial balance at 31 October. On the left side is debit and on the right side is credit. For good, it is on debit side, which is RM25,000. B Sun on credit RM40,000. Bank account on credit 12,100. Deposit stationery Bharat Stationery Mart is on debit. For deposit is RM1,000. Stationery 6,000. Bharat Stationery Mart 6,000. For cash, it is on credit side, which is for RM76,000. For capital, furniture, modern furniture purchase account and sell is debit, which is RM6,000 for capital, 30,000 for furniture, modern furniture 3,000, purchase account 30,000 and sales 6,000. For personal use is on credit side, which is 3,000. Office expenses is on credit side, which is 10,000. Machinery fee 5,000. On debit side, check 19,000 on debit side. Interest 2,000 on credit side. Zamir Khan RM2,000 on credit side. Commission is RM5,000 on debit side. And lastly is electricity is RM100 on debit side, which is the total of trial balance is for both side is RM119,100.
Profit and loss account, or more known as income statement, are also the important things in accounting. This profit shows how to get the gross profit and also the net profit. As for the gross profit, we have to deduct the sales with the cost of the goods sales. After get the gross profit, it have to be deduct with the expenses to get the net profit. If the amount are in negative, we don't call it as net profit but loss profit.
Usefulness of the balance sheet statement. The balance sheet is referred to as a statement of financial position, which is a financial report which shows the overall financial condition or health of the company. To be able to interpret the balance sheet, you need to understand the elements comprising it. It what accounting cycle resolve around these three important elements. Those three elements are assets, liabilities, and equity assets at the properties invested to the business to be used in its operation, such as cash, inventory, vehicle, building, and etc. Liabilities, these are legal obligations of the business, such as loans, and finally equity. These are cash or non-cash items invested by the owners and investors. The usefulness of the balance sheet statement to identify if there possible issuance of dividend, and to know the business net worth. Net worth is defined as the true value of entity. The last one is to see if the company can sustain future.
Make wiser decision. Assess how to tell your business and understanding a company performance. Have a proof of your business success. Provide a chronological record of a firm performance and helping play your card of investor. Prepare you to file tax and upgrade a regular basis imply that your accounting software is likewise. Have the information you need to file company tax.
Conclusion, thus, from all of the aspects that have been provided in this report, we can conclude that all of the items are very important to make sure that the account is in balance and no things get missed to record it. And also, it can help the owner to know what kind of transaction is happening on their business. The journal, the ledger account, the trial balance, the profit and loss account, and balance sheet are the important components to make sure the transaction in the business being smooth and not missed to be recorded.